Hello everyone, welcome back for another update on Hurricane Irma and also another update on the tropics. It's very active out there, as you can see here. It's ridiculous out there. We have 3 hurricanes out there: Irma, Jose, and Katia. It's ridiculous. I mean, it does really feel like that we're in the height of the hurricane season. And yes, we are in the height of the hurricane season with 3 named storms. 3 hurricanes at once. Like, literally. Let me start off with Hurricane Katia. And here in the, as you can see here, very tight circulation. It's not a very large hurricane, but it is showing signs of an eye trying to develop. So this is indicating that the storm is strengthening here, so there could be an eye wall trying to develop. That's why the eye is trying to pop up. That's the thing. And the hurricane is forecast to become a category 2. It's still a cat 1. It's forecast to become a cat 2. As you can see here, it's going to be heading towards Mexico, and the biggest issue will be heavy rain and gusty winds. May bring a lot of heavy rainfall, maybe potentially for flash flooding, hazards for some mudslides and stuff like that, and some wind gusts could exceed over hurricane force at times. So these folks should monitor, folks in Mexico should monitor Katia closely. The next one is Hurricane Jose. It's ridiculous. It's a category 3, a 120-mile-per-hour storm. Like, this thing was a tropical storm when I made the last video. It's ridiculous. I mean, and look at this hurricane. This thing's already similar to what was Hurricane Irma. It does sure look like Hurricane Irma when it was out here a few days ago. And this thing is already a threat to the Lesser Antilles. They're going to be hit once again because Irma already slammed right into the island of Barbuda. They just got a direct hit. It's unbelievable. Like 80% of the island, 80% of the buildings are destroyed or damaged because of Irma's intensity, Irma's powerful slam right into the islands. Puerto Rico also really got damaged. Parts of Puerto Rico, gusts well over hurricane force winds and storm surge. I think they saw flash flooding in some locations. As you can see, this is Hurricane Jose. I mean, look at the texture. I mean, look at the outflow. Oh my god, this is a very incredible looking hurricane. My god. And these are the forecast points. It strengthens it all the way up to category 4. This thing could be a cat 4 by tomorrow morning. As you can see here, this thing could be a cat 4 by, let's see, tomorrow morning, Friday morning. So it could be a pretty powerful cat 4, but then it'll be weakening because there's a trail of cold water that's left of Irma. It could weaken the hurricane a little bit. That's the only good news. But it's still, the islands are going to be smashed again. Watches are already up once again for these islands. Boy, and these folks really have to take a situation that's already been devastating. They're going to get a second hit. It's going to be devastating for them. Like, oops. This is the cone from the National Hurricane Center. You can see the hurricane watch is already issued once again. And a tropical storm watch has been issued again for these folks over here. Parts of the U.S. Virgin Islands, the northern Lesser Antilles, islands like Barbuda, they're going to get hit again. It's ridiculous. 2 hits in 1 week. Wow. And it turns north. And all of the models agree that's going to go out to sea, so it's not going to affect no one after that. Now we have Irma. herself, but a catastrophic hurricane. This thing already devastated Puerto Rico, and it's already dumping very, very heavy rainfall for parts of Hispaniola, the Dominican Republic, parts of Haiti. It's already a powerful hurricane. I mean, look at it. Look at the texture. Look at the eye. Look at the... Oh my god. This thing's a very well-defined storm. A powerful Category 5. But here's what I've noticed in the last... from today, from a few days ago. The storm is growing bigger. It's actually... The storm has gotten larger, because when you get a larger storm, it tends to weaken the storm a bit, because a larger storm is weaker, but that doesn't mean... But when a larger storm means you're gonna be it's gonna expand the wind field out of the hurricane way far out from the eye wall. I think it's gonna expand it for a few pretty good amount of miles away from the center. Right? And what this could do is it's gonna pile up. It's gonna be bringing a lot of storm surge, so you're gonna be bringing in more water than what a smaller storm would do. So that's why larger storms are pretty devastating. And yeah, this thing's already growing bigger, as it's a difference from the last video I did. It was a little bit smaller, and I noticed the size difference ever since. Incredibly, look at the eye of the storm. And yes, the storm will be growing bigger as it heads towards South Florida, and it's already a dangerous situation. A hurricane watch has been issued for South Florida already. This is gonna be a nasty situation for the entire Bahama chains, northern Cuba, even Florida and the United States. Parts of the southeast will also be smashed by this record-setting hurricane. I mean, look at it. The storm's already bigger in size. It's ridiculous. Oops. I mean, this is a very concerning, because look at, hurricane warnings are issued for the entire Bahama chains, and right now it's already slamming the Turks and Caicos, and the entire Bahama chain is just literally going to be smacked. It's really going to be smacked by this thing. It's going to be ridiculous. And this storm's already one of the most powerful storms on record, and it's also the longest, it's also the longest storm. The storm has maintained its Category 5 185 mile per hour strength for 33 hours, making one of the longest lived Cat 5s on record. So this thing, it is starting to weaken. I think it's because it's already because some parts of the storm are over land, like, and this is 90-degree water, but it's going to weaken because it's going to be interacting with land, especially with the mountainous terrain over Cuba, very high mountains. Like, as you can see, hurricane warnings are already issued for the northern coasts of Cuba, the entire Bahama chain, and already a hurricane watch has been issued all of South Florida, even Lake Okeechobee, which is interesting because impacts can go way far inland from the coast. And this is already a situation that people should take very seriously, because this is no joke. We're talking about the strongest storm to hit Florida in decades, possibly over 12 years, I think, since it could be more than a decade. This thing's gonna smash records, and the direct hit, the Miami is gonna be in the direct hit from the storm. It's right in the crosshairs. A lot of the models have been showing that it's gonna be right in the crosshairs of this thing. Then after that, it's gonna go up the coastline. It's gonna go up the peninsula, and it's gonna be weakening because of increased wind shear